Hello and welcome to the newspaper review here on TAF TV for today, the 27th day of October 2022. My name is Cyril Aloysius and I'm saying thank you so much for joining me. Looking at the papers with me today is Eddie. Eddie, how you doing? You're welcome.
I'm good.
Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. So Eddie and I are going to be doing justice to the papers for today. And our first paper for today is the Daily Sun. Headlines in Daily Sun here says, this one on page 6. Security agents raid Abuja estate. US ask nationals to leave Nigeria. Security agents raid Abuja estate. US ask nationals to leave Nigeria. Foreign missions take proactive measures. We won't be stampeded by US, according to federal government. Step up battle at terrorist camps. Commander urges MNJTF. Okay, you can get all the details on this headline on page 6 of Daily Sun. On page 2 of Daily Sun, we have CBN to unveil redesigned 200 Naira, 500 Naira, 1000 Naira notes on 15th of December 15th. Moves to mop up 2.77 trillion Naira in private coffers. Okay, that's on page 2 of Daily Sun. On page 28 of Daily Sun, we have preliminary voters register hits 93.5 million, according to INEC. Preliminary voters register hits 93.5 million. That's according to INEC on page 28. On page 26, we have Labour Party inaugurates campaign council tomorrow. Labour Party inaugurates campaign council tomorrow. That's on page 26 of Daily Sun. On page 27, we have floods destroyed 80 billion Naira transport infrastructure. Flood destroys 80 billion Naira transport infrastructure. That's on page 27 of Daily Sun. On page 26 of Daily Sun, we have Benway killings, autumn fumes, false article, demands public apology from ex-vice president as condition for state's votes. Autumn fumes, false article, and demands public apology for ex-vice president as condition for state's votes. Okay, that's on page 26 of Daily Sun. On page 28, we have Catholic Church will mobilize effectively for polls, says Priests Association. That's on page 28 of Daily Sun. On page 25, we have federal government unveils preferred bidders for Lagos, Abuja, Kanu airports. Government stakeholders clash over Nigeria air kick-off date. Okay, that's on page 25. And lastly, on page 4, we have Kanu records another legal victory against federal government. Nnamdi Kanu records another legal victory against federal government. Court orders government to return IPOB leader to Kenya and pay 500 million Naira damages. Wow, that's on page 4 of Daily Sun. Okay. Mr. Eddie, how do you react to these headlines? Or which of these headlines would you like to react to?
Okay, I think I'm going to take on the
CBN, okay,
Central Bank of Nigeria.
Okay.
Redesigning the 200 Naira,
500 Naira, 1000 Naira notes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take on that.
So what do you think about that? Is it a welcome development?
Okay, redesigning the 200 Naira note, 500 Naira note, and the 1000 Naira note. For me, I think the Nigerian government for now has a lot of more demanding issues. More demanding issues. Enough for them not to be, looking at redesigning this Naira notes.
Okay.
Because redesigning this Naira note, it has effects on the economy. It has effects on the economy. Okay. It has positive effects. It has its own negative effects. Okay. But I think that this is not what the federal government should be
focusing on right now.
Because
I was discussing this issue with a friend, and I was like, should this be the focus, the main area of focus right now for the government? Given
No,
the
it
state
shouldn't.
of things currently in the country,
Yeah.
you know, this problem to another, and then you decide of all the problems Nigeria has, it is the redesign of Naira notes that you want to focus
You
on
want to
right
focus
now.
on right now.
To me, I feel like it is it is what I call misplacement of priorities.
Of priorities. Now, number one, looking at the state of flood in Nigeria
Yes.
and the numbers of people that have died, over
Due to the
600
flood.
people due to
Yes.
this flood. Over 600 people have died due to this flood. Not even talking about the millions of people, almost 1.4 million people that have been displaced from their homes. You understand?
Yes.
So right now, currently, I feel that the federal government should redirect, the money that they've actually, planned to redesign these Naira notes.
Okay.
It should be channeled to taking care of these flood victims.
Okay.
Taking care of these flood victims. That is what we should be focusing our attention on right now. Do you understand me?
Okay.
You get it right?
Yes.
Now, because, redesigning Naira notes is not, it takes money.
Yes.
It takes money. In fact, the last one that was done, the Central Bank of Nigeria spent over 58 billion naira
Wow.
to accomplish that.
Okay.
Now, looking at ASU, our Nigerian students have been at home since February of this year.
You could just imagine.
How much
could just
were they
imagine.
demanding for?
You could just imagine.
How much were they demanding for? Now, you kept these students at home
For months.
for months.
Over 7 months. I mean, or 8 months.
Sure, up to 8 months.
Yes.
Up to 8 months. Just for an amount that you could inject into our education system and bring stability. And they kept that money. But right now, you are now going into redesigning notes.
Okay.
We don't need that one for now.
Okay.
We don't need it for now. So I think that this is not our priority for now.
Yes.
Like what you said, it's a misplaced priority.
Yes.
It's a misplaced priority. Now, the governor of Central Bank, Emefiele, he came out and said, he gave some reasons why the central bank is actually taking this action.
Okay.
He said one of the reasons is because through this redesigning of the note, that they are going to reduce, those money laundering. They gave several reasons. They're going to reduce money laundering, and they are also going to reduce, people who are selling their votes by collecting money.
Okay.
Okay, so like their plan is to reduce all kind of excesses.
Okay.
Now, he also went further to say that, out of 3.23 trillion naira that is actually in circulation, that over 80% of that money in circulation is not in commercial bank vaults. That means there are some certain individuals who have hoarded those amounts in their houses.
Okay.
Now, my question is that I feel that maybe they are actually looking at next year's election, the 2023 election. But my question is, this new development about redesigning this 200 naira, 500 and 1,000 naira note, is it for a short-term goal or for a long-term goal? Is it just for the 2023 election, or is something that is going to go beyond it?
Okay.
Now, this particular group of people, now before I continue, now he said something. He said by the time they've succeeded in redesigning these notes, he said those individuals who are stocking money in their houses, that they will now, in the process of them bringing out the money from their houses to the bank, to the commercial banks to change, now they will be able to, to follow up their, their criminal cases, their criminal activities.
Okay.
Now, my question is that these particular people, don't they know who they are? Don't they know who they are? Because I believe that we are not part of those people who are holding money. Those people who are holding money in their houses, they are not civil servants like you and I.
Okay.
How much do I have to even spend, not to even talk of keeping
money
in my house?
Yes.
So they know themselves. They know themselves. Are you get my
Yes,
point?
yes, I get you. I get you very well.
Okay, now I there is I don't think there's anything that is the central bank can actually do to curtail the activities of these people who are holding money, because these guys
But
are
they could do something to, reduce, the level of fraudulent practices in the country. Don't you think so?
sure
Okay. You
they
can't
can.
not to eliminate it totally because you can't eliminate crime totally.
Sure
But you could do something to at least reduce the level of it. I think that's the area they are driving at.
Okay.
We are not saying that what they are doing is wrong, actually. What the government is trying to do is not wrong by redesigning these notes. But what we're saying is this really the right time to do it?
It's not the right time.
Yes.
It's not the right time.
Obviously, it's really, we feel like it's not the right time because there are other more pressing needs, there are other more pressing issues right now to be solved.
Than redesigning
In notes.
Than redesigning notes.
There are other things this money can be used for than the redesign of this note. So
Sure,
I
sure.
get your point, Eddie. Thank you so much for your thoughts on that particular headline. Okay, so we'll move straight now to our next paper. And before we do that, we'll go on a quick break. And when we return, more of the headlines coming your way. Do stay tuned.
Now that you have registered for your PVC, it doesn't stop there. Ensure you pick up your PVC. Be alert. Join many Nigerians to vote credible leaders that will change the tide of this nation. Do not sell your vote. Remember, this is our future. Your vote is your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited. It's still the newspaper review here on TAF TV, and you're welcome back from that short break. Looking at our next paper, The Nation, some interesting headlines are here. This one says, PDP crisis. Autumn attacks Atiku as Mimiko rejects job. PDP crisis. Autumn attacks Atiku as Mimiko rejects job. Setback for PDP presidential candidate in Benue. Ex-Ondo governor vows not to ditch Wike. That's an interesting headline there in the Nation newspaper. Another interesting headline in the Nation says, security alert. Security alert. No reason for evacuation of U.S. citizens. Okay, no reason for evacuation of U.S. citizens. That's on page 28 of the Nation. On page 27 of the Nation, we have court dismisses suit seeking Abiodun's disqualification. Court dismisses suit seeking Abiodun's disqualification. That's on page 27. On page 7, we have shippers lose 80 billion naira. Shippers lose 80 billion naira. Wow, that's a huge sum to be lost there. And according to CBN changes Naira notes. Okay, we've seen that already in the previous paper. Yeah. This one here says, court to federal government, return Kanu to Kenya, pay him 500 million naira. That's on page 28 of the Nation. Court is saying to federal government, return Kanu to Kenya and pay him 500 million naira. Wow. Right now, I wish I was Kanu. I wish I was Kanu right now. On page 5, we have court to Kogi. Don't disrupt Dangote's operations. Court to Kogi. Don't disrupt Dangote's operations. That's on page 5 of the Nation. On page 7, we have marketers raise petrol price to 179 naira from 169 naira. Marketers raise petrol price to 179 naira from 169 naira. Okay. Wow. That's a sad one there on page 7 of the Nation. And on page 5 of the Nation, we have no admission offer has been cancelled, says JAMB. No admission offer has been cancelled, says JAMB on page 5 of the Nation. And lastly, on page 7 as well of the Nation, we have online lotto, casino, and others to pay taxes. directly to FIRS. Online lotto, casino, and others to pay taxes directly to FIRS. That's on page 7 of The Nation. Okay, that's the much you can take in The Nation newspaper for today. You want more details on these headlines you heard? Get a copy of The Nation for yourself. Okay, and Eddie, which of these headlines interest you?
Okay, we'll look at the PDP crisis.
Okay,
We'll start from the PDP crisis.
that's Autumn attacking
Autumn
Atiku.
Attacking Atiku. Okay.
Okay.
That's there was a meeting. There was a meeting. That is the Arewa meeting that was held. That should be on Tuesday. And during that meeting, okay. Now before then, there was an incident that took place in Benue State
Okay.
between farmers and herdsmen. There was a
Yes.
crisis that took place where there were killings. Herders went ahead and killed some numbers of farmers. I think about 39 of them in number. And after the incidents, Atiku, sent a condolence message, because that was where it all started. Okay. Now he sent the message, and I read in quote. He said that if our people can be well integrated in the communities where they live, where they pay taxes, where they raise their children, that these same people of theirs will reciprocate that love, okay, by living in oneness with this same community. You understand? And the Benue State people, I mean the community in particular, and the governor did not find that statement funny. They found that statement funny, and they felt that it was Atiku was made that statement as as a form of mockery to the people of Benue State, and the governor came out publicly personally to say that for Atiku to make such kind of statement is a sign of disregard
Okay.
to him. Now looking at it from my own point of view, Atiku is
So do you see that affecting? Sorry to cut you, Eddie.
Okay.
Do you see that right now? Do you see the rift between him and Autumn right now? Do you see it affecting Atiku come next year's election?
next year's election. Okay, relationship is everything.
Yes, because definitely, as an aspiring president, you try to do things to win the hearts of people,
Of the people.
to buy you the votes.
Yeah,
And not too long ago, Atiku, even before this incident, has been having other issues.
other issues.
Yes, that has somehow, some way put a dent on his image. So, do you see all of this coming to play out to his disadvantage come next year's election?
Okay, yeah. So, like I was saying, somebody of Atiku's caliber, of his status, should mind, the kind of
Things
utterances,
says, right?
you say, because words are very powerful. Words are very powerful.
Okay.
Words can either motivate, or it can, it can water down someone's motivation.
Because I feel like all this started, I think, from that particular. I think there was a tweet he made a few months back about
Deborah.
About Deborah.
That Deborah.
The lynching of Deborah. He was trying to send his condolences to the parents of, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
But what he
Later
said
on,
was in favor of Deborah. But then it's like his Muslim brothers, if I may use the word,
We are not,
spoke against him and were like, you're going to lose our vote and stuff like that.
especially from Sokoto.
Yes. And
Then,
then probably out of fear,
not for. I don't really see it as out of fear, because
it could be. It could be.
Because here, as a leader, you want to be a leader. You want to.
You have to be fearless, right?
You have to be fearless.
Okay. But his actions did not depict that. Because after such comments from his Muslim brothers, he went ahead to delete the tweet. So what does that? What message does that send?
I think instead of me using the word fear, I would
Okay.
better use the word greed.
Okay.
Greed. That's greed for power.
Okay. Okay.
Now look at Jonathan. In the second term, he had all the opportunities for him to, to come out for the second term. All right. Now, because of there was a statement that was made,
Okay.
and he said that the presidency is not what the blood of innocent Nigerians. Now, he did not forfeit that position because of fear, but because he was a man with conscience. So, for you to be an effective leader, you have to first of all work on your conscience.
Yes.
If Atiku was a man
With conscience.
he wouldn't have gone ahead to delete that message. A good leader should be able to stand for the truth.
So he was more bothered about what people are thinking about him, what his brother are thinking about him, and I understand.
He was more focused on
Getting the votes. Okay.
Than defending the innocent girl.
So it was all about getting the votes.
Getting the votes. Okay, now, so going back to Autumn. So now Autumn came publicly and he said, okay, this man, you're not giving showing regards to the people of Benue State and to me in particular. Now, remember, that was not where it started, like we said. Started all the way from Deborah. Then again, there was this group that also came to the government house, which happens to be Atiku's campaign team.
Okay.
Now, according to Autumn, that campaign team was formed without his consent. He was not aware of that campaign team. So imagine him, because as far as he's concerned, he's like the #1 PDP man
right now
in Benue State.
Okay.
So for that kind of thing to be formed and he's not aware of it, it all boils down, it all points to the fact that Atiku might not have been regarding him in that aspect.
Okay.
So he has to integrate everybody.
Okay.
He needs to integrate everybody if he's sure of getting the votes from Benue State come 2023. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So already, yeah. Thank you so much, Eddie, for your thoughts on that headline. But personally, I feel like I really feel like all these things happening right now, his rift right now with Autumn, together with the one he has already with Governor Wiki and all that, I feel like
issues everywhere.
He's gradually building his own, let's say
his own downfall.
His own downfall. Like,
He's having too many issues.
Too many enemies.
Too many enemies.
You get unnecessary enemies, if you ask me.
And these people,
unnecessary enemies.
Unnecessary, thank you.
They're unnecessary enemies.
And these same people, they happen to be the people that really matter. Imagine losing somebody like Wiki in your group, and Wiki has the, oh God. It's going to be tough for him.
Thank you so much.
It's going to be tough for him.
Eddie, for your time with me. I really do appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, this is where we have to draw the curtain on the program for today. I want to say thank you so much to my wonderful viewers and faithful viewers who have been faithful to their screen up until this very time. I say thank you so much, because without you, we would not be here. Without you, this program won't be a success. But unfortunately, everything that has a beginning has an end. And this is the end of the newspaper review for today here on TAF TV. Please do well to follow us on all our social media platforms and subscribe to this channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and turn on the notification bell after you subscribe so you get notified whenever we come online and drop our new videos. You can check us out on Instagram. We're at TAFTV_NG, on Facebook we're at TAF TV, on Twitter we're at TAF TV, and on YouTube we're at TAF TV. Thank you so much once again. My name is Cyril Aloysius. Until I come your way again next time, do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.